What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of War Thunder. Um, this video is gonna be kind of different from the other ones because it's actually a good match in this video. So I'm flying the P-47N, as you can see. It's one of the best planes in the game. Like, it has an excellent roll rate and everything. And as you can tell, I'm at 6,000 plus meters above the ground. So this video is to really just show the strengths of the P-47 at altitude. I got my man Jacob flying a P-47N also, and he's a little bit higher than me. This kind of formation that we usually fly in like a formation. If we only got me and him, we'll fly one above the other, so that if one decides to dive down, the other one can stay up and spot and see if there's any enemies above us at our altitude or approaching your teammate who just dove down to get an enemy. It's called spotting. So we're closing in on a 190, and as you'll see in a moment, there's another 109 with him. And at this altitude, I would say they might have had the advantage. Maybe not the 190 because he doesn't have the climb rate, but the 109. All he had to do was really just pull up, and he could have probably reversed Jacob right here, but I think he got kind of scared because he's seeing me up here too. But this is the advantage of being in this type of pattern, type of formation. He couldn't pull up because I would have got him, and as his squadron mate actually latches on Jacob 6, I just go down. There's no one on my 6 now, so I pull down, light him up, set him on fire, and that was an easy bait and an easy 1-2 punch to get a 190A, which is not the most dangerous 190, but it still has, I think, 420 mils out of the game. And right after here, you can see Jacob comes in at like 550 miles an hour. I don't even know how fast he was going, and he takes him out. So it was good because we baited for each other. That's what the P-47 is really good at doing. Like, any boom and zoomer is good at baiting because the enemy knows that their only chance to get you is when you're pulling away from them after you finish your strafing run. So if you dive down and you strafe, or you dive down and you start shooting at them and you miss, the only time they're going to be able to kill you is once they reverse you or once you overshoot and pull back up. They're going to pull up with you, and then that's when your teammate will come and finish them off. So after this whole engagement, which was really easy, it never goes this way. We're still above 5,000 meters, which is excellent. American planes perform well above 5,000 meters. We do really well because the American planes in this game have like 2-stage superchargers. P-47 doesn't have 2 superchargers, but it's a turbocharged engine. So it's a high altitude fighter, and it has like 45 minutes of fuel. So you can stay at altitude all game, and you can dominate the high ceiling in the game. So the G55 sees us, decides to dive. I don't think we go after him, but we see a G56 109 out in the distance. At this point, what Germans like to do is they'll literally cluster up and just dive over their base, and I don't want to say it, but pretty much base camp. Once Germans realize that they're losing, they don't have the planes to brawl. Like, you can't brawl with American planes because even though they have heavier hitting guns, they have fewer guns on their planes usually, and a lower ammunition count. We have anywhere from 6 50 cals to 8 50 cals, and some of our planes have cannons also. We also have planes that are larger, can take more damage, have more fuel, and have more guns, and they're faster in a dive. So at this point, they know they can't win. They're below us. They need to get above the airfield, because that's the only way they can really win, is if we go above the airfield, we get greedy, we'll get shot down. But P-47N being one of the fastest props in the game, and I have it spaded also. Actually, I don't think I have it spaded, but I think I have all the engine upgrades, all the aerodynamic upgrades pretty much. They can't really run. So their trump card here is the 109 that's still in space, because we didn't see him when we were coming down. We just kind of assumed that they were running, just hightailing into the base, which they were. So one of the enemy come in and sparks on me. I get to light up his friend, but I was just way within my convergence. Forgive me. I have a really stuffy nose and really bad allergies, so I just sound really stuffy right now. But yeah, like this 109 above us is actually, can give us trouble, but due to the fact that I always usually fly with a wingman, if you can't, these matches can be harder, and this is why I wanted to show this footage, because I have a wingman, and having a wingman can really change the outcome, of a battle, especially a realistic battle, because it helps distract the enemy. So right now we're doing like this kind of baiting climbing fashion, in which he baits and I try to get my guns on the 109. He's chasing him down and he's tunnel vision. He doesn't see me. So if I was, going a little faster, I could have got my guns on him, but I wasn't. And I can't chase him into the vertical because the 109, especially G models, are pure energy fighters, will drain you of your energy, pounce on you, and that 20 mil is just unforgiving. So Jacob, he's about a mile away from me, and this 109's on me. So I think at this point, I'm like literally screaming over the comms, like, come help me get this guy on my 6. So I start going after the G55, which is chasing him. And the G55 is tunnel vision because the only thing he can see is Jacob, and he's like way within my convergence, and I just pull the trigger, light him up, he dies. And that's it. That's literally what we're going to do the whole game. We're going to bait and keep altitude. At this point, I got greedy and I dropped below, a certain amount of altitude. And I'm going to start climbing back up. And I eventually am going to get back to altitude. But at this point, the enemy could have capitalized on this, and they didn't. So as I'm climbing up, I'm just going to climb, cut to the next scene. So I get back to like 3,700 meters, 3,780. And I'm going about 230. And they haven't bothered to climb back up. I think they've put all their faith in their AAA on the airfield, but that's just not going to be enough for the P-47. And I don't think we actually... I don't know if we won this game. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I've actually seen this footage because I was holding on to this footage for a long time. But, like, it was just so easy to pick apart this team because we kept our altitude and we stayed in the formation that we said we were going to stay in, and we baited for each other. Every last one of my kills was a bait. Every last one of Jacob's kills, I think, was a bait. It wasn't like perfect baits, like, get him on your tail, go into the vertical type of bait, but it was just, good teamwork. And G55 decides to try and go head on with me, and then hesitates, and he's going to learn his lesson right here. At this point, the German team has no ability to even come back, I don't think. And I don't know how many players are left, but we're still above everybody. They didn't bother to climb back up. They didn't bother to get the separation, and P-47 is, the best plane to do that. So I think Jacob had died while I was climbing back up. I don't remember, or is he? I think he might be attacking ground targets because they were base camping pretty hard. But there's a 109 above me, and I can't really face a 109 up here. Excuse me. It's really late. I can't really face a 109 by myself, but there's a P-51 above me who's also a great Bowman zoomer. As you can see from my previous videos, if you know how to use a P-51, it is just a ruthless plane. It's very fast. I would actually say that I would take a P-51 over the P-47 for the simple fact that it has the acceleration on the deck, and once it gets up to speed, it just outruns everything. So he's chasing the 109. I'm probably going to try and go in and get some shots on the 109, but the 109 dives really hard. Like, he's right over the airbase, and I get kind of greedy right here. I go over the airbase, and I don't get shot down. I'm not going to even say I got shot down, but the other 190 comes in, and he could have got me if I didn't see him. But we go into like this, like, I don't want to say scissors maneuver. Maybe it's a scissors maneuver. But he comes in, I'm going really fast, but like the elevator on the P-47 is just so good. I was able to like literally circle back around after going like 400 miles an hour and get on his tail. But he's just giving me a good fight here using that roll rate that the first 190 should have used. But I see my light flashing before my eyes right above this airbase, so instead I just pulled off. I should have pulled back up because like now everyone's above me. And this G55 comes in, I make him overshoot, but he's not even chasing me. And I could have got him, but I don't know what happened really right here. He goes into a left-hand turn, and it didn't line up for me. I wish I would have got him. Like when I watch this footage over and over again, it just makes me like cringe, because that's literally like would have been an amazing, you know, part to this video, would have that last kill. But I didn't actually get him. And he goes into a left-hand turn, and I get greedy. And at this point, there's sparks hitting me. So I, you know, from the size of that spark, it looks like there's a 109 or 190 behind me, and they hit me with that 20 mil. Plus, my left wing is yellow, my fuselage is yellow, which is not too much for the Jug, but you know, at this point, the G55 has put me into a bait, and the only thing I could have got on him was a crit, and now I'm on fire. And I think that was pretty much it for the whole video. I really couldn't do anything else, but it was an amazing game. It was like one of the best games I've had, and I've had ace matches in the P-47, but they were by myself, and they were very selfish matches. But everybody, thank you for watching. I know this video was like kind of like rambly and stuff like that, but it's been a while and I'm sick. So just see you next video.